Good afternoon. My name is Juan. Today my group and I are going to talk a little bit about regret. And to begin with, what is regret? Regret is when you feel guilt for not getting what you wanted and feel that could have done is better. But there are several ways you can give it with regret. There are people who see regret as a good thing, as a way to improve and evolve so that it doesn't happen anymore, so that in the future they can make the right choice. In Christianity, for example, regret refers to sin and the recognition that what you did was wrong, but always trying to evolve.
I will list two movies that makes a lot of sense with the feeling of regret, and they're pretty good. They're both available on Netflix, so if you want to go watch, you have my recommendation. The first one is called About Time, and it's a romance. Basically, the movie is about a boy that discovers the man of his family can travel in time, only to the past. They can go to the future. But when he knows that, he tries to come back in when he was 15 years old, I guess, when he liked a girl, and he was trying to make things different. So he's trying to win over her, and he comes back in time a lot of times, and everything he did has the same ending. She did not like him back. So the message that passes is whatever you do can't really change the destiny. So you can change what people feel, so you don't have to feel that guilt or regretment about what you could do, what you should have done. No, that basically don't change it that much. The other movie is The Discovery, and it's a pretty good movie too. Has only an hour and a half of duration, and basically the movie is about a scientist proves that exists an afterlife. So when you die, your conscience really go to somewhere. And because of that, a lot of people in the world starts to suicide, and the world is basically collapsing because millions of people are killing themselves trying to get there, is how they call it. And the movie is about the son of this scientist that is trying to make his father say that it was all a lie, so people stops to kill themselves. And when he is on the way to speak with his father, he meets a girl that was trying to kill herself, and he saves her. So he brings her home, and she starts to know her, to talk with her, and when the movie is passing, you discover that her son died, and she felt a lot of guilt, a lot of regret, and a lot of bad feelings because of that. She was blaming a lot herself because her son died on the beach. She didn't watch out for him, and he basically went to swim when he was only 3 years old, so he died. And the end of the movie, it's really surprising. You don't expect, and I think that it's really good. So you have a lot of my recommendation on that. You should know, you must see this movie if you don't already. It's a Netflix original movie, so yeah. And it's basically that. And another example is The Man of the Future, that it's a Brazilian movie. He is featured by Wagner Moura, and it's another movie of traveling time. He spends his life to make a time travel machine so he can undo things he did when he was younger, and trying to conquer, win over the girl he liked in that time. He wanted her back because he loves her. And well, if you didn't see this movie, you are not Brazilian. It's available on Netflix too, so if you didn't, you should watch. And that's it. I hope that you like it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gabriel, and today I am here to talk about the regret in daily life. Well, let's start. Regret in daily life can come in the simplest ways. A message that you didn't send to someone, something that you wanted to do but you didn't, or the opposite of these actions. Since regret can come from actions or inactions. It is important to try process what happened. Don't blame yourself for what you've been through. Try to understand so that in the future these regrets do not occur. Thank you for listening.
Hey, I'm Marcos, and as presented earlier by my friends, we have all faced the regret in some way in our lives. Regret is like the fear, but unlike the fear, it is not darkness, but it is a void that can change the shape of itself, that consumes you from within your chest and your mind to outside. It is natural for us, human beings, to torture ourselves with regret, like, I should have done this. Why didn't I do that? We spend days and nights without sleeping well because of past attitude, something that we no longer have control because it is gone, and now persists in our memories. Regret, even though it does appear in medical books, is a human disease which go along with us for immemorial times, which above all follow us, until finally we take the medicine called self-forgiveness. So, would it be the regret that follow us, or are we the ones who follow it? Monks and scholars say that regret is like a house without light. The only way out is a window that you are afraid to jump out. So, what do you choose? Live in the dark, or be embraced by the light of outside? We have to stop to thinking about what we should have done and start thinking about what we want to do now, what we want to do in the future. Detach yourself from the past is essentially vital. Our hearts deserve to regenerate without us hurting it with our memories and regret. So, I will ask my question more appropriately. What you gonna choose? Live in the dark that you are in, or jump out the window?